Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Thanks for spending time with us as we once again focus on our Star of the Month, Norma Shearer. Now, so far this November, we've seen Norma during her early days in silent films and during her heyday in the 30s as the queen of MGM Studios. Well, for the next several hours, we're going to see Norma toward the end of her career, a career that her husband and mentor, Irving Thalberg, always said she should walk away from while she was still at the top of her game. And she did. Soon to turn 40, Norma wasn't interested in competing with actresses half her age for roles, nor was she interested in moving on to character parts. So in 1942, she retired from films and could never be convinced to come back. But that was still in the future when she made the films we have coming right up. Up next is the most spectacular movie that Norma Shearer ever made. It's 1938's Marie Antoinette, the story of the famous French queen who went to the guillotine with her husband, King Louis XVI of France, leaving behind a handsome suitor she genuinely loved. The movie is one which had been planned for Norma by Irving Thalberg, the head of production at MGM. While the film was still in production, though, Thalberg suddenly died, and many suspected the whole Marie Antoinette project might be canceled. But Norma was a huge star, so the hierarchy at MGM decided to forge ahead, and making this film, they pulled out all the stops. I mean, the sets are amazing. The costumes are as lavish as anything you'll ever see. And today one can only imagine how dazzling it all must have been to audiences in 1938 who were seeing such sights for the very first time. MGM even went to the trouble of going to another studio for the film's leading man. In this case, Jerome Power, one of the most popular leading men on screen at that time, and not easy to get since he was under an exclusive contract to the 20th Century Fox Studios. And he'd never been loaned out to another company before and never was again, not in the next 17 years. Marie Antoinette was originally released on a roadshow basis with advanced prices, reserved seating, and only 2 showings per day, and it was a huge success. Here with the supporting cast that includes John Barrymore, Robert Morley, Joseph Schildkraut, Gladys George, and Anita Louise. From MGM in 1938, directed by W.S. Van Dyke, Marie Antoinette.